Don't look so worried. We're still getting married. This is just a minor setback, that's all. And think of it this way. We got a great story to tell our kids, how our engagement party ended up with me in jail. We'll reschedule another dinner as soon as this thing's over, okay?
After last night's disaster?
Well, I don't think it was really a disaster other than the cops dragging me out. I think that it went pretty well.
Thank you. Hey, you spoken to Scott?
Not since last night.
Did he say what the chances are of you beating the charges?
He thinks I'll beat it.
Even if Stefan can prove that you attacked him, right?
I'm not worried about it, Nicholas. Scott's a good lawyer. He'll get the charges thrown out.
And you're off the hook.
Wait a minute, what hook? What are you not saying?
It's nothing, okay? Forget it. All right?
If it was nothing, I wouldn't need to forget it, would I? What's Stefan trying to pull now?
Like I said, it's no big deal, Lucky.
You
all
know,
right?
I think he deserves to know.
Yeah, Nicholas, what's going on?
Stefan has offered to trade me for you. He'll drop the charges if I go back to the family.
You told Stefan that you wouldn't let the Cassadines touch you, didn't you?
I've been dealing with Stefan all my life, okay?
I asked you a question. Did you turn him down?
Like I said, Lucky, I can handle Stefan.
Tell me you're not considering his offer. Listen to me, Nicholas. Don't let the Cassadines get their hooks into you. You run, hide, do whatever you have to, change your name, leave the country. And please, promise me you'll never let them touch Elizabeth no matter what happens to me.
Wait, what do you mean? Lucky, what's gonna happen to you? Lucky, what are you afraid of? What could happen to you? Please, talk to me.
Nothing's gonna happen to her. Any of us. Worst thing we'll have to do is go through another engagement dinner.
And what you said you're so worried, why can't I let the Cassadines touch me?
Back up, Judge.
They need you upstairs. Pre-arraignment paperwork.
See? Almost out of here.
You guys will have to wait in the squad room.
So, our engagement dinner. The grill or someplace else?
Okay, you two go. There's something I have to take care of, okay?
Where?
Windermere.
What are you planning to do?
Whatever I have to.
Oh, Nicholas, this is a welcome surprise. Would you like some breakfast? I'll have Mrs. Lansbury bring a tray.
No, thank you. I'm not here to visit. I've been thinking most of last night and this morning, and you're right. There is Cassadine in me in spite of whatever Spencer blood I do have.
I'm glad you finally reconciled yourself to the truth.
Just in time to save Lucky, huh?
Well, good. All you have to do is reclaim your title, and I'll drop the charges.
I owe you, Uncle. You see, I've discovered something about myself. Way, way deep down, I'm practical and strategic and completely immune to principles whenever they get in my way.
Well, it's a question of balance. Sometimes the end does justify the means. In this case, for example, nothing was more important than bringing you home.
My home is the cottage.
Well, I'm not about to debate trivialities with you, Nicholas. Welcome back to the family. Is that better?
The Spencers are my family, Uncle. I've said that before.
I thought you just said that you
No,
are a
see, I have
Cassadine.
said, if you were listening, Uncle, that there is Cassadine in me. So if you pursue the assault charges against Lucky, I intend to be a witness for the defense, of course. I will take the stand and testify to exactly what I saw. Lucky was minding his own business and you attacked him. You'll be the one facing the charges, Uncle.
Laura,
There's what's going on with these charges against Lucky that anybody's telling me here.
I don't know why you say that.
Why would I say that? Well, first of all, Lucky admitted going after Stefan. Unprovoked, more or less. When I asked him to explain, he really couldn't explain anything. All he wants to do is take Elizabeth and get out of Port Charles for good.
Well, given the circumstances, is that really so strange?
Yeah, it is, since he's facing some serious charges here. He could go to jail for some time. I mean, it's nothing that he can just ignore.
I don't think he's ignoring it.
Not to mention, there's this little conversation you had with Stefan this morning about the Cassidines putting some kind of darkness in Lucky. What is that about?
Well, you know that Helena kidnapped him, right?
Yes, I do. And he would be upset, angry, and paranoid, and a few other things. But what's all this darkness business? And you yourself said that don't be surprised if Lucky doesn't even remember the attack.
I don't really feel comfortable talking about this.
Well, let me just tell you something, okay? If I'm going to represent him, I need the facts.
Scotty, you have no idea.
Okay, well then, let me tell you this. You know, there's a confidentiality between the lawyer and the client, right? So I can't say anything to anybody. And you know that I never would, that you can trust me.
Oh, there you are. So, when are you gonna be able to get me out?
Are you sure you're okay, Lucky?
Yeah. Yeah, I slept better than I have in weeks, actually, last night.
Really? Maybe that's because you were out of harm's way.
What is that supposed to mean?
The fight that you had with Stefan and the one that you had with Jason, that's not like you, Lucky. You don't get into fights with people.
You know, Mom, whatever it is you're trying to say, I think you ought to just say it.
I think that your father is right, and that we have to consider the possibility that the programming is back.
If Lucky's case goes to trial, I'll feel compelled to testify. I mean, I was there, after all. I'd have to tell him exactly what I saw, how you jumped Lucky from behind. What do you call that, self-defense?
You're forgetting something, Nicholas. I've known you all your life. I don't for a moment believe you're capable of placing your hand on a holy Bible, swearing to tell the truth, and then proceeding to lie.
That's what I mean about being Cassidine. When push comes to shove, I'm capable of many surprising things. That should make you proud, Uncle. So if my testimony doesn't work, Lucky can produce other witnesses.
You were the only one there.
He's the only one you saw. We were there too.
We'll support Nicholas's testimony.
Definitely. We both saw you sneak up on Lucky.
And start hitting him? You were totally out of control.
It was shocking.
Game over.
She and I saw the whole thing.
We were just a short distance away. It was terrible.
I was too shocked to even say anything. I simply couldn't find my voice. Watching you beat up the man I love.
You know, maybe you could sue Elizabeth for
Sue away.
emotional
Look,
distress.
that's enough.
That's right. So, call the DA, drop the charges, or we take our story to court.
This has nothing to do with the programming. It's Stefan and Dad. They're the ones making me crazy, or at least making me act crazy. Just stop worrying about Helena.
I wish I could, Lucky.
Hey, Lucky.
That Flatfoot over there needs you to sign some final papers, okay?
All right.
Okay. I want to know what's going on.
Laura.
Luke, where have you been? They're about to take Lucky to court.
Yeah, we need to stop the arraignment. Lucky should stay where he is.